What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mike It Yourself. In this week's video, we're going to throw a luggage rack on the '07 Road King Blue. Let's take a look. All right, guys, so I've kind of been on the fence about doing this just because, well, to be honest, I don't know why. A little bit like I was thinking about doing what they call, I think, the license plate bar or whatever delete, or doing the luggage rack. And when I look at the pictures of this luggage rack, so this is a style that's, if I've seen one on a Vicla, this is the style that they went with. I have kind of the platform style one, and it just doesn't look good, you know, with the bike how it is now. If it was stock, looks fine. So anyhow, so pick this up off of Amazon. I gotta say the quality really isn't there. The welds are strong, but they look not so great. And then the as they kind of do the little humps here or whatever, not everything is even. So if you really look closely, you can see the spacing here is not equal to the spacing there. So there are some minor flaws. It's a $60 part, so just know it ain't perfect. But unless you really scrutinize it, you're not going to notice those things. So anyhow, let's talk about like how I guess it goes on. So it looks like it bolts up, and from that way, it looks like it's going to replace what's currently the bar that you would typically delete with the delete kit. So this is the bar I'm talking about. This one here. There are multiple delete kits out there. There's actually one that I will eventually bring to you guys to share with you. It's a creation of one of our viewers, and I think that's pretty cool. Like, if you can make it yourself, then that's awesome, right? So for now, what we're gonna have to do is pull off the bags and remove the backrest and get to these bolts to be able to remove that piece. And what this will resolve as far as a problem for me is not just look, but actually when I use the Road King for traveling to work, whatever, I have to use a net to keep like my backpack down, because I don't want to wear it while I'm riding. But I got to use that netting there to hold it in place, and that's not such a bad thing. But it would just look cooler, I think, if I had the luggage rack. And that's mainly because, like, with the installation of the lid kit, you lose space, right? I got my amp and the DSP over there, so I don't have a lot of space there. And the stuff that I don't have over there, I have in this bag. So you just don't have a ton of space. So it's just a little bit convenient to have all that stuff. So let's get this thing pulled apart and we'll look at the installation. Okay, so ran into my first roadblock. It's not really a roadblock, but it's a little something extra if you have these. So I've already undone the 4 bolts. This thing's ready to come out, but because of this like chrome finish thing here, I don't know if that's standard on all bikes. I've got this additional cover, but I'm not sure how this plays into it. You're gonna run into it. I think I might be able to, you got a little bit of flex there, so I'm gonna try to flex that out enough to be able to slide this out and then slide the rack in. So let's try it out. The plan worked, so I just kind of flexed those open a little bit enough, and doesn't look like you have to worry about that other bolt that's going into the fender. It looks like it's captive there, so that works out. So then we just take this, toss it to the side, and throw on the luggage rack. Now I would imagine this acts as some kind of support bracket, so if you do the delete kit, I'll be interested to understand, like, how do you maintain that, especially with like rear riders. So curious to see how that works out. Future video, but let's get this rack. All right, so let's take a look how things line up. So it does come pretty close to that fender. The holes look to line up pretty good. Yep, so that lines up pretty good. So I'll throw the bolts back in, and the cap's on. Actually, well, I'll just put it together. I mean, it's, so you got 4 bolts that you have to put back in, not challenging at all. And the caps, those 2 bolts, I'll have to reset my little bracket because I don't remember exactly what angle it was, but again, nothing extremely difficult. If I have to move this around, I may have to loosen up this one just to be able to adjust this support bar, but we'll see. All right guys, it is on. So there we go. Not too bad. Installation wasn't too bad. The holes do line up, although you may have to kind of shift it a little forward, lift it back. I think that has to do a little bit with the fact that that's the frame, right? So there's torsion. Maybe if I'd taken the weight off, it might have been a little bit easier, but yeah, so that is on. Now I just got to throw my backrest on and we'll take a look outside. So there you go with the backrest on. You know, like, there is more chrome, but you don't really notice it too much. It doesn't pop or anything, so there's good and bad to that. Good because it's not like it stands out like a sore thumb, and bad in that if you're looking for that extra chrome for that cool look, then you kind of lose it. So I'm a little mixed on it. Installation, like I said, simple, but I'm not sold that I don't know that it's worth the dollars. I guess I'll find out when I start using it to support my luggage or my baggage when I go on rides. So we'll have to wait and see. All right guys, so that's gonna be a wrap for this week's video. I don't know, I'll give you, how I feel, I guess, after I've had it for a little bit, and I mean, we'll determine if it's worth the 60 bucks that I spent to put that on or to get it. I'll have to wait and see. I'm not thrilled with it, right? So it's cool, it's okay, I'm just not thrilled. So I'm not really sure where I stand on it. So hopefully, if you're watching this and you're kind of on the fence like I was, whether or not you want to get that, I hope my feedback will help you out. Installation's easy. Let's just see how it stands up over a little bit of time here. And yeah, so until my next video does drop, I hope to see you in the wind.